How y'all doing tonight? This is Tom Creek coming at you from the land of tall corn and not much more, right here in Perrysville, Indiana. Glad to have you. My wife Julie and I own Creek Banner Creations. We're a small craft company. We have our own line of paper, dyes, and stamps, and adhesives, and tape, and well, I guess that'd be tools. But we've got all this for you. Let me adjust this thing a little bit. There we go. There it is. There it is. There it is. I can just adjust it. Mr. Creek and I have been fighting this thing. Actually, I think Mr. Creek has been fighting me more. Oh, there it is. Anyway, we got it going. Good to have you. How's everybody down in Florida and every place else? I see the Pennsylvania's with us, Florida. Glad to have you here. Hey, what's going on? Let's see. Oh, man, we're going to have a good time tonight. We are going to be doing using coffee cup shaker die. Okay, we're going to be making this coffee cup shaker. Kind of cool. Okay, and check this out. We are going to be having some fun. See that new one right there? Oh, are we gonna? What are you calling this, Mrs.?
It's a circle step card.
We're going to call it.
I just made that up right here.
We're going to call it the Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo. You know, oh, anyway, for now, that's what it is. Anyway, Julie's going to teach you how to do that. We've also got a surprise card for you that is really neat, which is off the same principle. We'll be showing that as the evening progresses. I've got a lot of cool stuff to give away tonight. I'm going to be giving away another set of that HomeSpun Christmas stamp and die set because we're getting close to Christmas. Crafters are going to be making your cards. Going to be giving away, also, speaking of Christmas, I'm going to be giving the Christmas Angel stamp set, the Santa stamp and die set, and the Rocking Horse stamp and die set. So we're going to give a lot of away cool stuff tonight. The phone went down again. What is that thing doing? There. The problem? Oh, well. Thank you, Mr. Drake. We're going all over.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys.
We really are trying. I know Diana Macatura.
Also, let's see what else. Oh, where are we going to be? We are going to be home. We're going to be the next one of these.
Audio is choppy.
Audio is choppy. Sure, it's not choppy.
No. Yeah. What do you have? What internet do you?
Sorry. I'm sorry. We can change the internet system.
What internet do you have?
We're here on the local internet. You can change it to the Moxie. See what happens. Hold on, crackers.
No.
No.
What is this? What are these things set up to?
The local.
This is on local.
Yes. No, that's on Moxie. Or mine's on Moxie.
Okay. What does that one do?
I turned it off. So the audio is choppy. Is it still choppy? Is the audio still choppy?
I get you to pull up to the table?
Testing. The audio choppy? Yes, no, maybe. Hello.
Audio is choppy.
For everybody?
Okay, we're going to try, tell them you're going to try to reset.
I see Diane Morris is choppy. Is it choppy for everybody else?
It's back, still choppy. Anita said it's better. Better now. Better.
It's better now.
Okay.
All right, we'll continue forward and see what happens. Okay. If it gets intolerable, we will do a short pause and change it. So let's talk about the rules on winning the prizes here. What I do, crafters, is I set my timer, and the last person to talk, if you're dialoguing on the internet YouTube site, is the last person to win when the timer goes off. The last person talking when the timer goes off. So we all have a good chance to win.
And then it gets choppy again. Whoops, spoke too soon. I think you should try to flip it off. I think you should try to change the internet right now.
Okay.
What's it? You're connected, so you're going to go to Moxie.
All right, crafters, stand by here.
Okay, if we lose you, we'll just come back again. Hang on.
Okay, we're reconnecting. I'm back live again. How is that? Is the sound better now? Is the sound any better? Can you hear me? Hang on. Hello. We're live again. Can you hear me, ladies?
Much better, said Kathy. Much better, said Dorothy. Elizabeth. Diane Morris. How is it over there in Ohio? Diane Macatura. Better. Okay. What are you on?
I'm on Moxie.
Okay. Sounds better, keeping my fingers crossed. Okay, I think we're good.
Okay.
Let's give it a whirl.
Okay, so where we're going to be in the next few weeks? Okay, we're going to be in Mesa, Arizona, September 16th and 17th at the Mesa Convention Center. For those of you folks out west, come and see us. Can't wait to. We've never been to Mesa. We're excited about that's going to bring us. We're going to be in Fort Wayne, Indiana, September 30th and October 1st. And then from there, October 7th and 8th, Irving, Texas, at the Irving Convention Center. And then final show of the year is in Sevierville, Tennessee, October 14th and 15th. So I can't wait to see all you crafters at all those shows. So looking forward to that. Let's see, was there any other thing? Oh, any other announcements about our lives for next month, Mrs. Creek?
We won't be live again. I'll come over there and talk.
Mrs. Creek is going to give you the lowdown on when we're going to be live again. So there you go. Without any further ado, here she goes.
Greetings, my friends, my crafty friends. Okay, Mr. Creek, I'm just going to tell you, royally messed up my camera.
You think?
Yes, he did. Yes, he sure did, but we're going to fix it. Sorry. Now, we are supposed to be being going live. Hello, greetings. First of all, thank you for joining us. We are supposed to be going live. The plan is the last 2 Tuesdays of every month to just have fun, share new product, hang out with you guys. But sometimes our schedule is getting in the way. So in September, on the 20th,
You say that lightly.
we will still be traveling back from Mesa. I do not anticipate being home quite yet. So we are not going to do a live on September the 20th. We are, oh my gosh, my brain just went, shoop, nothing there. Yvonne Kinster is working on getting some things together to see if she can pull a live together. And if we do that, it will be over on the Creek Bank Creations Creativity Facebook page. Creek Bank Creations Creativity Group. It's a group. You join the group, and then that gives her the ability to shoot live there, and you guys can hang out with her. I think she's probably going to do that on Tuesday night, September 20th, but we don't have everything finalized. If you have not signed up for our newsletter, you need to sign up for our newsletter, and that way you'll be notified when what we're doing in the month of September. We do have many new products that we haven't even touched on yet, and so some of those products I will be releasing standalone video for, and the coupon code for tonight expires on September the 3rd, so anything you want to buy is 15% off.
Yeah, to win.
Lord have mercy.
To win.
My brain is like,
To win.
I said September. I said
September 3rd,
I
Mrs.
said
Creek. That's September 3rd, baby.
September 3rd. September 3rd. Okay, y'all gonna have to say a prayer for me because my brain is like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so I did want to share with you John 14:27. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give peace as the world gives. Do not let your heart be troubled, and do not be afraid. Wow, that's a great one to remember. So the Lord says that He will give us peace, so we can trade our fear for peace. Most of the time, when we have an issue in our life that's causing anxiety, fear, depression, it's because we're believing a lie. So we want to trade fear for peace. John 14:27. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. He said He already gave it to us. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. It's a great remembrance to hang on to, a great one. Okay, so we are working. Did you show them this little
I kind of did, but
thing?
ask him to hit the thumbs up.
Yeah, if you can give us a thumbs up, and if you have any groups that you're in that you can share the video with while we're live, that would be awesome and amazing. YouTube really likes that, so that would be great. I put out a video late in the week last week about the soup pocket die. So if you did not get to watch that video, the soup pocket die is attached to a standard A2 card, and that gives you the ability to add your little cocoa packet in there. So really put out a video. Let me show you that. I'm looking for the other one. This one. So it has, I designed a little die that goes with it that you lay on top of the pocket and cuts these two little holes so you can tie the string through the front of the card. I don't know if you can see it. And then that gives you really nice clean holes so you can tie on a spoon if you want to. We do have a new knife, fork, and spoon die, or you can get the spoon at the dollar store. That is all covered in the video. And there will be more video because we do have new products. Tonight we're going to work with the coffee shaker.
Can you say that again?
Shake, 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 shake. So we are making this on fall type cards because we're getting ready for the fall season. But this will look adorable done up with the Christmas stuff. And you could even make little gift tags with it. I did not have time to pull those samples together, but this is where we're going to start tonight. And you can see we got that cool little shaker thing going. Any questions before I turn the camera down? Looking for all my stuff here. Okay.
What are you looking for?
They sell wood spoons at Hobby Lobby in the fall. Oh, that's really cool. I'm going to have to make Mr. Creek take me to Hobby Lobby. That, you know, when we're on the road, one of the things Tom says is, Julie, would you like to go to Hobby Lobby?
There's a problem with the truck when I try to pull in there, and it won't.
Yeah.
It's like it's been programmed. It won't turn in there.
Okay, Eva says, I keep trying to ask for the price of the soup die. I'm having trouble.
It's $23.99.
Eva, it's $23.99. And if you need help, you can call the shop at 317.
It's 765.
765.
793.
I'm sorry, let's start over. Can you?
2523. That number again is
Can you type the phone in the chat? I'm going to turn the camera down while Tom is. Oh, Eva, it's so good to see you too. Very good. How is Miss Gail doing? Okay, I'm going to turn the camera down, so hang on.
You saw her?
Eva's online.
I know she's online, but she can see you, but you can see her?
Yeah, but I said, how's Miss Gail?
I know you did.
Oh, you mean I said it's good to see you and I'm not seeing you. Sorry. Well, there is that point too. Okay. So we have a lot of, let me get set here. We have, does that picture look blurry?
I don't know. Right now it doesn't, no. Looks like you're projecting it from the ceiling.
Eva, I was in Champaign Sunday.
You need to get your camera down a little bit low.
I came over to Champaign.
I'm told it's a bit blurry, but you need to.
Why would it be blurry?
Well, let me get you a Kleenex and you can clean your lens.
I don't think it's the lens. I was in Champaign to buy a pair of shoes, and I spent a lot of money. Whoop, we're beeping in Champaign, but I did not find a pair of shoes. And guys, I'm sorry about that picture quality. That's pretty bad. Can you even see what's going on? It's blurry since you good on my end.
Rub this on your lens.
It looks horrible. I don't know where the lens is.
Lois
Back
is the winner.
Lois.
Lois, Lois, do you have the Christmas Angel stamp and die set?
I don't know where the lens is. Sorry guys, I was trying to wipe the lens. Did that make any difference? I think your buzzer is ringing. That's funny.
Yeah, you actually, you need to get the camera down lower, and I think it will focus better. You need to drop your camera about 4 inches.
Sorry guys. It doesn't have anything to do with the camera, Tom. I promise. I'll drop it, but that's not what causes that problem. So I don't know what we're gonna do because I think we've got an internet problem. And if we have an internet connection. Sorry guys, this is pathetic. Wow, I'm sorry.
It's not looking too bad.
Well, the
But your
problem
camera
is my phone is in the mount wrong. Okay. It's still really blurry. Can you guys even see that?
Better. Hold it. You got to get your card underneath the camera. Go back towards the stand. There you go. Kathy said no worries, I can see enough.
Really? That looks terrible. Okay, am I straight?
I said push it back towards the stand. There you go. All right, you want the plaid card first?
Yes, that's, Lord have mercy. We're starting.
Push it towards the stand a little bit.
We're starting there. Whew. Okay, are we good enough? Do you want to try the other internet?
There it's coming back.
Okay. Okay, so we are, it doesn't look centered to me. Is it centered?
You need to straighten it up.
Okay, it's straight, so if it's not,
No, you need to.
Now
tilt
try
to
it.
the left.
now try. Well, tell me what it
No,
looks
now
like.
you pull, pushed it out. Go to the left. A little more. A little more. A little more, babe.
Oh, you must be looking at a different picture than I am, because I just pulled it off
There
the
it
seat,
is,
off
right
the
there.
screen.
I think I'm delayed.
Okay, sorry for all of the confusion. We are making this shaker card, and we are starting with the coffee background, and I have die cut this with the mini scalloped rectangle, and it's the largest rectangle, so I'm just putting tape all the way around it. The coffee paper pad is unique because it has the coffee patterns on one side and the flowers on the other. So if you don't like one side, you can use the other. Okay, guys, can you tell me yes or no in the feed of how I'm looking there? I think Tom had me totally confused.
It's looking good.
He's gonna just make the card. Oh. So this is the simple enough good. Okay, sorry guys. I think, Tom, you're gonna have to have a little visit with the internet people.
Okay.
Because that's pathetic. Okay, we've got our top piece we're putting on there, which is the orange plaid, and that orange plaid has come from the Pumpkin Harvest paper collection.
Push it
And
up just a little bit.
I
Push it up
have-
to the stand just a little bit.
Pre-stamped our sentiment, which is coffee is a pleasure, good things are a treasure, good friends are a treasure, and good friends are a treasure. We're just going to stick that right on there. That was easy enough, wasn't it? Now, we're going to make our little shaker. And so when you look at the shaker die, what you have is a 4-piece die set.
How many?
4.
Count them.
Count
1,
'em.
2, 3,
1,
4.
2,
That's
3,
right.
4.
4-piece.
Okay, so what you have is your you have your background of your cup, which is the back. So whatever you use to cut this is it will show through to the front. So I have cut the bean coffee paper for the back of our project. And then you have this die, which is what you use to cut the foam and whatever you want to cut the front of the card. So in this case, I have pre-cut the flower paper, and I do have my super tacky tape on the back. And then we have the acetate die. So this die is so that you can cut your acetate. And then we have the whipped cream for the top, or the whipped
cream.
I guess it's not. Is it whipped cream? Whatever goes on the top of the latte is what that die is for. So I have already cut my cups here, and I have already cut my acetate. So I am going to find all my pieces. Here we go. So I really like to use the medium acetate, the medium weight acetate, because of the stability that it gives you. And what we want to do is take our foam die, our foam, and this project, we're going to cut this little piece right here. This is a great way to use your scraps of the dimensional foam. So we sell the dimensional foam in a 6x8 sheet, and you can die cut it. And I just want to show you what you do is you put that red liner face up. Hold on, Tom's coming in. You gotta learn you're doing that. Tom thinks it's the camera,
right,
and I don't think it is. I think it's pixelated. So there, we're gonna lay it on top of the red liner side, and we are going to run that through our die cut machine. So I'm just gonna put it on top. When we die cut the dimensional foam, we're cutting it just like it's a piece of paper. So your stack is the same as if it were a piece of paper. There we go. So it is dense enough that you can die cut it, but it will hold its shape. So we're going to pull that apart, and you can see that pops right out. And then we're going to need to pull off some of those corners. And you know, I'm just going to tell you, I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is smashed here. And I'm going to tell you why it's smashed.
Why is
because
it smashed?
my cutting plates are super duper warped. So I'm going to change out my cutting plates.
Mrs. Creek, didn't I just suggest that last week?
You did.
Didn't I say you needed to throw those away and get some new ones?
You did.
I thought so. And what did you tell me, Mr.
I
Creek?
said, Mr. Creek, those cutting plates are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's try again. So if you're cutting the foam and it's acting weird on you, I don't know if you guys can tell that, but this side is kind of a little smashed. Then you need to change out your cutting plates. So we need cutting plates that are not warped. When you have warped cutting plates, the plates end up putting pressure on different parts of the foam, and then you get the weirdness. And do you see how I have a really nice, good, clean cut there? I don't know if
weirdness. Can you say
can tell that. The weirdness. It was
weirdness.
smashed on one side, Mr. Creek. We do not want smashed. Okay, now we are going to use the pick tool to pull off the liner, and we are going to line up that cup on the foam. Tom, am I lined up on this? Because I'm really having a hard time telling what's going on here.
I'm looking at the coffee cup right now.
Okay, we're going to put some undo on there, and we are going to set our coffee cup foam right on top of it. And that's why when you cut that back piece, you kind of want to think about what's going to show up on the top, and that is going to show. Now we're going to set that down, and I'm going to pull off that red liner, and then I'm going to kind of stick that red liner back down.
How come?
Because I'm going to put the filling in.
Oh,
And if I kind of stick that back down,
you won't get filling.
I
on
won't
your
get
liner.
filling on my liner, and I got a
Or not your
little
liner, on your
on
sticky,
on the sticky.
You don't want your sticky to have the goodies on it, do you?
Right,
Goodies
and that just
the
kind of
sticky.
helps. So we're using the shaker filling called Light Heart, and Mr. Creek made this himself.
That's right.
And it's really, I'm impressed. Okay, it's got little beads in it. It's got iridescent stars, and it's got hearts. It works perfect for this. Now, when you peel this off, do you see how I have my finger in the middle to hold everything down?
Don't get any beads.
And then when I put my window on, this window is designed so that it is smaller than the foam. And I can get it on really well without using the undo, but if you feel unsure of yourself, you can put some undo on the acetate and then set it down, and you'll have the ability to move it around if you need to. This is super easy. When you get ready to put your top on, I have cut this with my super tacky tape on the back, and then I am going to use undo on this top piece so I can line everything up. So we're going to flip that over, and the undo is going to give me time to move that around, and I will be able to set that exactly where I want it. And we're going to let that sit for a minute so that undo can evaporate. And we are going to get our foam. I want to show you when you have the cream. Is it cream?
Cream.
Cream. I want to show you when you die cut that. I really like to die cut it with the paper on the foam. It really impresses the design in there really nice. So this is another scrap that I have. I'm just going to stick my cardstock on top of it, and that's just a scrap of cardstock. Trim it out, and what happens is there is a scored design in there, and it really pushes down into the foam really well when you do it this way. You can cut the two pieces separately and line them up, or do like I'm going to do right here and die cut with new cutting pads that are not warped. And that will give us our little foam to put on top of our card. Super cute. Show you how this looks when you pop this out. You see you have that nice little pattern. It's got a heart and a little swirl thing going. And then we have our cup that we're going to stick on our card. And I do not have tape on the back of this, so I'm going to need to add tape. You could use liquid as well. All the way. How's it going? Is the picture any better? Nope. Tom, that's an internet issue.
Well, there you go.
What internet are we on?
We're on Moxie right now.
Okay, so...
What was happening is...
Can you put yours on the shop? Your computer? Or will that mess you up?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Kathy Woosley just won.
Kathy!
Kathy, do you have the Santa Stand set? Kathy? Hello, Kathy.
I'm going to try to reset mine, too. And see if that helps. Okay, we're pulling off the tape.
It probably will help.
I don't see that it helped any.
Well, I'm getting off of it, too.
So we're trying to work on picture quality, guys. I'm sorry. There we go. We're going to put our cup on there. Cute, easy card. And then when you put your cream on top, you're just going to pull that back liner
Kathy,
and set that right on there.
Kathy asked me the what? The Santa Stamp and Die set. Would you show that to her and ask her if Kathy usually has that?
This, Kathy.
Because that's what she won, unless she already has it.
Merry Christmas. Wishing you a Christmas filled with magic and memories. And it's got the Santa, the flying Santa on it. I'm going to pull this camera up a little bit. It's a little low.
I think the picture's better.
Guys, does it look any better?
It's incredible. It's incredibly better. Incredibly better.
Oh, gosh. You're breaking up. It's not, okay, Diane, good, thank you, because it's driving me nuts. Okay, so there we are. Now that was really easy, wasn't it? You
Yes.
can handle that, right?
That was so easy.
Fun, and then I love the thought of making the little tags for Christmas, and I really wanted to get to that, but I did not have time because I got stuck on another creative binge. I know you're shocked by that. I was almost late getting here tonight, and Tom was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I had a creative thing happen." Okay, so we are going.
Those creative things. Is that like a creative binge?
It kind
is
of
that like a creative storm?
Kind
is
of.
it like clouds moving in, or is it like sun coming up in the morning?
It's like it's like a fresh spring rain.
Like a fresh spring rain.
Yes.
Now, when it comes in, does it blow in like a storm, or
no? It's a
gentle
refreshing wind.
Okay.
All right, we are going. I'm going to have to pull the camera up because this card is big. This card is an inspiration from Miss Diane Morse from Ohio, and Diane is in the feed tonight. Diane.
Hello, Diane.
Is that Northern Ohio?
In Northwestern Ohio.
Northwest Ohio. And I got to pull this up because this card's big. And Diane made this card originally and sent it to me, and I amended it ever so slightly. Sorry, guys. Trying to get it better for you. Okay. I'm trying to get that. Okay. Hey, I like it. Okay, so what we have is a round card. So I started with a 5-inch round die. And if you have our stitch die set, this is the largest stitch die in the set. So we're going to start with that. And then we're going to modify that with the step 4 card. Okay, we're going to mess around with that, and I'm going to show you how to do it. You will not believe how easy this is, and it really is a cute card. I can't stand it up here for you because you won't really see the whole thing, but super cute. Now here's what I want to show you. I wish this camera picture was better. This is what I got carried away with tonight. This is the same exact card with the new baking gnome on it. And I used the HomeSpun Christmas for the sentiment and the presents down here. But this has all new product on it. And I certainly wish that picture were better for you guys. But what we have, I'm going to run through briefly what we're looking at here. So you can see some new products. We have baking utensils on there, and that cookie sheet back here comes off of baking utensils, and so does the rolling pin. And then we have the new baking gnome. We have people asking us for a girl, and I have created one for you. So she is super cute. So she has in her hands, she's got hands, and there's a spoon, a wooden rolling pin and a wooden spoon that come with her. And then, so there's also a wooden spoon whip that comes with the baking utensils, but they are larger. Okay, so they both have them, but this one's sized to fit the baking gnome. Then we have the mini cookies die with the mini cookie sheet and the mini spatula and rolling pin. And that's the cookies back here. The mini cookies fit on the baking utensils sheet. I don't know if this is making sense. Mini cookies. But I have them on the larger baking sheet here. I designed this die to fit on the spiral pop-up mini cookies. Okay. Then we have the pie die. And the pie die is back in here. I don't know if you can see that. But 2 different kinds of pie in there. And then I have the hearts round frame in the background. And that's back here. So we're not making this card tonight, but I did want to share it with you because it has all the new products on it. And I included the shopping links. If you go to the blog, all of those new products are in the shopping links for you. And you can take a look at
And the
those.
blog is
creekbankcreations.blogspot.com, and it is on that paper right next to your work surface there. So to make this card, are you ready? We are going to start with heavyweight cardstock, and we want a piece of cardstock that measures 10 inches long by 6 inches wide. We are going to put that up on the scoreboard, and we are going to put the long side up against the measuring part, and we're going to score at 5 inches. Give yourself a good score. And we're going to fold that right on the fold. And then we are going to take that die, and we're going to get the largest die out of the set, the stitch circle, and we are going to set that on the card so that the die is ever so slightly hanging off the top.
Ever so slightly.
Ever so slightly.
That's almost poetic.
Okay.
Ever
That
so
gives
slightly.
us the ability to die cut that on the fold, and we have the fold going.
The fold.
The fold going. I would really like to have my grid pad. There it is. Now, I really like when I'm lining things up to use my grid pad. So I'm gonna get my grid pad out. I'm die cutting. When you die cut this, I would recommend, if you're using the heavyweight cardstock, that you run it through on a double pass, because this is really thick cardstock and you're cutting through all those layers. Now, when you pull that out, you are going to want to take your undo to pull that tape off so it doesn't tear up your card front. And you just give it a little minute to kind of soak through there so you don't tear anything up. We're going to pull that off. And that's going to give us that circle with the fold at the top. Are you with me so far?
I'm with you, baby.
Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the step 4 die, and we are going to, now, if you're thinking to yourself,
Tell Kristen that the Gnome die, all of these dies that you're showing are
Yes.
brand new, and they are all available on our website.
okay,
Okay.
can she hear you? Oh my goodness, I just cut with the wrong die.
And the Gnome die that you're talking about with the little girl is called the Cooking Gnome.
Okay.
Is that correct?
It's the baking gnome.
Oh, it's the Baking Gnome,
Baking
not the
gnome.
Cooking Gnome.
Yep, and I just cut the wrong size circle.
Well, I'm giving you cover while I'm talking
So
about the Gnome dies.
we're gonna recut.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
you do wanna
to
make
answer your question. Yes,
Baking-
all those dies are available.
If you go to the blog, I added them at the very bottom of the blog post, and there's a listing of all the products that are in that card.
It says sold out. She said, "I will take care of that immediately."
Do you know how to fix that?
Yes, I
Okay,
do.
you don't have that one on the internet though. So literally, those products were added right before the live tonight. Like, I was a crazy woman trying to add all the new stuff.
You were a crazy woman.
I was a crazy woman.
Crazy woman.
Crazy woman. I know you're shocked by that. Okay. There we go. See, people think that you're the only crazy one, but they just don't know, do they?
Crazy woman.
Now, there we go. Okay, sorry about that. We do need to have the largest circle. And just for your information, that is slightly larger than 5 inches. It's like 5 inches. So if you have a 5-inch die, you can use your 5-inch die. Sorry to confuse everyone. Moving right along. Now, we are going to take the step 4 die. This is the step 4 die. And Mr. Creek is beeping. And he's in the other room. What do I do, Tom?
Who's the
You
last
got it?
person talking?
I don't know. So,
Crazy but lovable Dorothy Asbert just won. Actually, that's Dorothy. And she has the rocking horse.
Dorothy,
stamp and die set.
can you hand it to me? Do you have the Dorothy Asbert? Am I saying it right?
Dorothy.
Rocking horse stamp and die set. Welcome, baby girl, baby boy, and congratulations. Now, this is what the step 4 card looks like if you just make it as is. So we're using the die that makes this card.
Yes, she has it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Ask Dorothy if she would like the Christmas Angel or the Santa stamp.
Christmas angel or Santa stamp. Now what we're going to do, we're going to line up this step die right on top of our circle die. And when I do a card like this and I design something that requires measurement, can you guys see that well enough? I'm going to pull that up. I make a jig and I keep it in my package so that when I get this card out again, if I want to make it again, I already have the jig for it. And what we're doing is we're lining this die up 2.75 inches from the left edge, so 2.75 inches over and 1.75 inches from the bottom. And if you make a jig, you can have that and use it over and over again. And that allows you to set your die right on there and get it lined up straight. Now you want to make sure that that line is well within the fold. Okay? So I would like for my fold to be a little bit deeper. So I am going to move it over. I'm probably going to be about 1.5. So you can, it doesn't have to be exact. What I like to do is set this up on my grid so that I know I have my circle straight, and then I can see over here that I'm lining everything up straight. Does that make sense? We do need this die to be straight. Any questions on that? Sorry, Eva. Tom is playing a game. So you ask questions in the chat. Tom,
That would be me.
Tom has a timer set.
They call me the crafty.
And when the timer goes off, the last person that's talking is the winner. Or, I'm sorry, the last person to type in the chat is a winner. Is a winner.
A winter?
Okay, are we good about how we set that up? Does that make sense to you guys? 2.75 inches from the left and 1.75 from the bottom. We do need to make sure that when this comes up, that it's within the fold area. We're going to put that in the die cut machine, and we are going to die cut. And I do want to show you on the platform, we're running that through on the platform long ways. If you try to go this way, it's not going to fit. So we're running it through long ways. Run that through.
Tell Kristen and everybody else that I have activated the Baking Gnome online.
Tom
so it is
says,
available online now.
What was the problem? It was turned off?
There's no inventory in
Okay.
the system. So
Okay. All right. So I am the graphic designer, website developer, toilet cleaner. we do it all. So sorry about that. So we're going to take this off. So I would recommend when you do this, you run it through twice because you're going to cut through all of those layers. And when you're pulling off that tape, you don't want to pull. You want to, that tape ought to lift right off. So if you need more undo, put more undo on there so you don't tear that up. Now, what we have is our card with our cut in it, and we have our score marks. So we're going to take that very first score, we're going to fold down and up, and we're going to make our mountain and valley folds front to back.
Mountain and valley folds.
And that is that basic card shape that we need.
Hold on here. You need to get it
to decorate.
It forward. You can't see it. You're push it forward. There you go.
I'm going to get rid of the grid. We're done with the grid.
You're done with the grid.
I'm done. Okay.
All right. Unfold it or turn it straight up and show them how it's folded. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So we cut it, then we...
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now, can you see this where I'm at right here, Tom?
Yes, indeed.
We have a problem here. We have this
we have a problem.
dysfunction hanging off. So you're going to take your scissors and just trim right along that edge and cut that off.
Okay.
Goner. And that's going to give you that really nice...
People are saying it's easier to see with the grid, but whatever.
Okay. I the grid too, and Tom tells me he doesn't like the grid.
It looks pixelated with the grid.
Okay.
But
Okay. I like the grid. Good. Okay, so that's what we have. We're good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take that large 5-inch circle and we are going to cut pattern paper for the front of our card. So I'm going to get the leaf pattern going here, and we are going to put the circle die on there, and we're going to die cut that for the front, and this is going to end up covering that white part of the card, and we do need to do a little trick with it, and I'm going to show you that. So let's get that die cut. There's my circle, and I am using the one with leaves all over it from the Pumpkin Harvest collection. We're going to lay that right on top of your card and then turn the whole thing over.
Denise Smar just got
Keep
a
it
baby
lined up.
card idea. She said she's going to put some wheels on it and put some baby die cuts
Oh my
in it.
goodness.
And she said, ooh, the
Oh yeah,
possibilities.
oh yeah. Great idea.
Great
Okay.
idea, Denise.
Whose idea was that?
Denise Smar.
Denise Smar. Denise, are you in our creativity group, Creek Bank Creations Creativity Facebook group? I would love to see that. Now, what I'm doing is I'm tracing, can they see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I'm tracing this edge and I'm tracing that edge right there because I need to go back and cut that so that I can put my pattern paper on the front of my card. Now, what I do is I put this in my trimmer and I use that wire on my trimmer. It depends what kind of trimmer you have, how you do this, but you ought to be able to cut right on that line. And I do want to note that the very first time I did this, I used a gingham that had an obvious pattern on it. So that does not work well because it's really hard to get it straight. And you can see here I'm cutting into that stripe at a strange angle, but it doesn't matter because that's the back. So I would recommend for the front of this card that you not use a pattern that has a really specific pattern. So I would not recommend a stripe or a plaid or a gingham. Use something that's an all-over background that's more forgiving. Okay, so there we have our two pieces, and we are going to adhere that to the card shape. So I'm going to use the liquid glue. We're going to put that
What liquid glue are you
We're
using?
using the Art Institute.
Hey, by the way,
we
we are starting to wind down with summer, okay?
Okay.
So, please tell the crafters out there.
I think, can they hear you?
Can you hear me, crafters? Can you hear me,
Can
crafters?
you hear me now?
Okay. Yes. My last day of the year
Okay.
to ship Art Glitter Glue is going to be October 7th. So mark that down. If you like the Art Glitter Glue, I can't ship it after October 7th because it's in danger of freezing. So there you have it.
Okay. Okay, we're going to set this on our card. And that is our card front. So we have a beautiful fall pattern on the front. And then we have our white card base. Then we are ready to have some fun, and we are going to decorate our card.
Sarah Cochran thinks it looks like a Pac-Man, and she's right.
Yeah, it does. I don't think you have the music right, Mr. Creed. So we have, I've cut we've cut our donuts with the donut die, and we have our chocolate donut with orange icing. Stick that on there. Now, when I cut the icing, I already had my super tacky tape on the back. So we're just going to peel that and stick it on. There we go. Then we are going to take the light heart filling and we are going to decorate one of those donuts. Now, when I do this, I have my relief liner here, and I'm going to show you how I do this at home. I'm going to give myself a little puddle of glue right here, and then I'm going to use the media stick to transfer glue. And the reason I am doing this is that it allows me, this is the media stick, it has a little point on it, and it allows me to control exactly how much glue I'm putting on that card, so I don't have to take a risk of having a giant blob of glue. Now the media stick comes in, is it 4 or 5, Tom?
5.
There are several different types of heads on it, and you can use them for different things. This is a great use for the pointy tool. And then
Nancy DeGilmore just won the HomeSpun Christmas Stamp and Die set. Congratulations, Nancy DeGilmore. That is a $28 value, and Julie is doing it in the next. It's going to actually be used in the next card.
oh, I'm not making that card tonight, baby.
Are you going to show it to him?
I showed it. I already did. I can show it in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to put my Embellie Gellie on the end of my pickup. Actually, this is my pick tool. When you buy the Embellie Gellie, this product, it comes with a stick, but if you're like me, you lose the stick. So you can make a little ball of Embellie Gellie and put it on a pick tool or a pencil, whatever you want to, and it allows you to control things. I'm even going to be able to pick up that little ball that's in there, and I just want one, and stick it on the glue. So you get the look of having sprinkles on your donut, and that Embellie Gellie really allows you to pick up and transfer things well. So I'm just going to work my way around on my donut here, and the donuts are fun because you can make fall donuts.
Do you have that little scooper in your store?
I think she's talking about the media stick. Oh. Ask her what she's talking about.
All right, that was Dee Deanne. Do you have the little scooper in your store? Are you referring to the media stick?
The media stick or the pick tool? This tool right here is the media stick, and it's what I'm using to move the glue.
And there is a set of 5 media sticks in the package, different shapes, for only $5.99.
This is a pick tool, and I've got Embellie Gellie on the end of it. So Embellie Gellie comes in this container. You open it up, you make a little ball, and you can use it to pick and move things. And you can see it's great for sequins, any of your small stuff. I do not know how it works. I just know it does work. This has been around forever. Forever. And you can even get those little balls out of this mix and stick them on your donut. Sweet. So we're going to keep going, get them all on there. I love doing the details like this. I know it's time consuming. I'm going to move this one. But I think it's an amazing look. Add a little more glue there. So the media stick really allows you to control things. The other thing is one of those media sticks has a flat edge, and it allows you to pull glue off if you get too much glue. And that's a handy thing to have as well. That one I poked the pick tool all the way through. There we go. We have our donut. We're going to let our donut set aside and dry, and we will make our coffee shaker while that is getting set. So this card has a shaker on it, just like the other one. So we will get our pieces out here for our coffee cup. And so we have our base, and we have our window, and we're going to put the stripe on the front, and we are going to take that die and cut the foam. How are we doing? Everybody hanging with me? Do you think this is a great card for fall?
It's a great card for fall.
Coffee cup. So we're going to set this on there. We're going to die cut. So when we die cut, we're putting that die right on the red liner, die side down, and cutting it just like a piece of paper. And there we go. So much fun.
Is that sales at Creekbank Creations? What's that email address?
Sales at creekbankcreations.com. We're going to pull that back liner off, and we're going to build this shaker just exactly like we did the other one. Line that up. I'm a little crooked. I'm a little crooked. So I'm just going to shoot a little undo in there and straighten it up a little bit. There we go. We're going to loosen up that red liner like we talked about earlier. Just getting it ready.
Here's practice library.
Yeah, I'm working hard, baby. Working hard. Okay, we're going to put our confetti in there. And you can decide how much you want to put in here, but you can see this light heart goes a long way because it does not take very much to fill a coffee cup shaker. So I'm just going to keep my finger or my pick tool, one or the other, on this to keep everything set. And then we're going to put our acetate on top. And again, that is size just a little bit smaller than the actual cup, which makes it super easy to put on. And then when we put the top on, I do have my super tacky tape on the back, so that is a sticker, and I am going to put my undo on the back of that so I can line it up. And that is my coffee cup, just like we did earlier. We're going to stick on. Now, we are going to stick that on. I've got my tape on the back. When I die cut the back piece, I put tape on it so I can stick it on. So that is ready to go. Now, this is cut with the coffee cup shaker die. We do have the die and stamp set that is Coffee is a Pleasure, which are these two pieces right here. Coffee is a pleasure. And I took the sentiment from that, and we have "You are the coffee to my donut." And when I put that on my stamp board, I manipulated it so it would wave kind of like the banner. And I did think it was helpful to cut two of those, and I am going to adhere.
There's the sugar in my coffee, baby.
One to the other. You don't take sugar in your coffee.
Well, you're the sweet in my coffee. How about that?
Yeah.
The sweetness in my coffee. You know,
So
I get up in the
going-
morning and bring my coffee in. I just have Julie's stick her finger in it and sweet it. It's sweet.
Yeah, Julie's not awake yet. Tom's a morning guy. Julie is not. There we go. We're going to layer that, and that's going to give us some good dimension and stability because I thought it was fun to have this hanging off. So I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to bend on us. So we've got that ready to go. We're just going to keep working on this until we have more time for that accent to dry. Now, when we come to the cups that are in the back of this card, which are layered back here on the back of the step, I cut those with the die from the coffee set. So I used "You Are the Coffee to My Donut" from the stamp set, but when I went to cut the actual cups back here in the back, I just took this die and die cut the coffee cup and the inside of the coffee cup. That die is in here. When I originally die cut them, I cut them with the shaker die, and I just didn't like the look as well as the coffee cup because when you go to put the oval on it so the coffee shows, it did not look well on top of the square cup. So I use that die, and we're going to need 4 cups for that background. 3 of the 4 are going to need that coffee ring put on them. So we are going to do that.
4 cups make a quart, right?
Well, you better ask Diane Morse that question.
4 cups make a quart.
She can
Okay,
tell you.
so, question.
Yes, sir.
Kristen asked you if you're going to be doing any more scrapbook page kits.
No.
Anytime soon.
No.
Okay.
I do not anticipate doing any more scrapbook page kits. We have had trouble selling them. So it every time we get them, Mr. Creek says, what do you say, Mr. Creek? You say, why? Because they take forever to sell. So thank you for asking, but evidently you might be the only one.
Is that your phone?
No, that's your phone. You know, Mr. Creek turns off his phone before every show. Okay, now we have our card and we have our coffee cups, and what we want to do is build our coffee cups into these steps back here. So the very first one that you put on, you want to put on so that it sits right down in that fold. So I'm going to take my tape and we're going to tape that first cup right down in the fold.
That was a call from Delaware. Are you listening?
Probably
Delaware?
a customer.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Are you listening, Delaware?
Yeah, did you turn the volume off?
Actually, I'm turning the phone off now. So.
Yes. We'll call you back. We promise. We're going to set that right on there, and you can decide if you want to put it at an angle, how you want to do it. This card does have the coffee cup handle hanging off the card just a little bit.
You know, what's amazing is the picture is very clear now.
Well, that's because I was praying.
Okay, I'm glad you did.
Like, Lord help me, Jesus. Isn't that a song from the 70s?
Yes.
Who sang that?
Christopherson.
Because that was frustrating me. I don't know how you're supposed to learn how to make a card when you can't see the picture. Okay, we're going to go back to that second one.
You know, that's what I always say, Mrs. Craig.
And when we put it on, you want it to be taller than the first. Can you guys see that? Tom, are we in the screen?
You're in the screen.
Okay.
Your coffee, or your donut, your coffee
Okay,
cups.
all right.
Now you're
So we're going to push that down. So all I'm doing is putting a piece of tape. I'm not down. We do want to make sure we're in the step. There we go.
Staggering your coffee cup.
I'm staggering. I'm having trouble staggering. There we go. Get your coffee cup in there. Get it staggered. Very nice. Now, we have to put our cup in the back.
Can you show me the sticky back paper? Eva asked that. So what
Eva,
she did is she used the super tacky tape, Eva, to make it.
Yes, so Eva, we have the super tacky tape, this big roll. It comes in a 3-inch roll or a 6-inch roll, and we are unwinding that and we are putting the cardstock in it. So when we die cut, it automatically is a sticker.
So you're putting the cardstock on it, not in it.
Yes, sir.
And then every die cut becomes what, Mrs. Creek?
It becomes a sticker.
It becomes
a magic
sticker. That's right.
Magic. It's not just a regular sticker. Okay, we put the third coffee cup in the back. When you put the first one on, you notice I don't have the coffee here because it really doesn't matter. You just want to set that cup in the card. And then when you go to add the next cup, that one, you want to add that little coffee ring and then put some tape on the back right here. Isn't this a fun card? I cannot wait to mail. Don't tell my mother, but she's getting this one in the mail because it's so fun. Fun, fun, fun. That's what I love about cards. They're happy. And we need more happy in the world. So we're going to set that. And you can decide, like, how do you want that coffee cup to sit? And then push that down. And there are my 3 coffee cups attached to the fold. Does that make sense? Any questions so far? We're rocking and rolling.
Here you go.
Okay, now we're gonna finish off our front here, and we have 2 donuts. So you can kind of decide how you want to put your donuts on there. And when I made the Gnome card, when I was working with this one, I just put a real little piece of tape on them to mess with them, to move them around till I figured out where I wanted to put them. So I'm going to set this donut off to the side just a little bit. And then we're going to look at adding that coffee cup, where is it? Take a look at where it's going. And when we put that other donut in, we kind of want to know where that shaker is going. So we're going to put tape on the back. I'm trying to be gentle with my donut because I don't know if all my sprinkles are actually dry. Take our tape off and we'll stick our donut on. You know, there's nothing quite like a good donut. And you can decide what angle you want to put it on. We're going to go like that. Now, when I cut the back of the coffee cup, I have my super tacky on the back. So this whole thing is going to be a sticker, which is really nice because I'm going to stick it on this cup. But the problem is, I'll show you from the other side here. We have part of the cup right here that's not sticking on the card. So what I do is turn this over, and you want to get in there with your X-Acto knife and just trim, cut deep enough that you get into that paper liner on the back of the card. And then pull the liner off the rest of the card. But you want to leave that top corner, you want to leave the liner on. Because we don't want anything sticking to it. So leave that liner on. Stick it down really well. Then, when you go to put your card on, you will be able to set that right in that corner and have your card, have it stuck on there really well so that it's not going anywhere. But yet we have liner back here on the back. You could also cut a little piece of paper and put a little piece of paper on that spot. I don't know if you guys can see that back in there. Now we need to put our cream on our coffee, right? Oh, so cute. Diane, thank you so much for this great design. So when you go to put your cream on, I have already die cut this with the foam. So I put the paper on, I die cut, and there's a liner on the back. Does anybody have questions about that, about die cutting the foam? When I set this on, I'm going to turn this over to the back, and I'm going to do the same thing with the foam that I did with the other part, in that I need to cut that in half. So I need to mark where it's at and cut the liner. I'm only does that make sense? Only cutting the liner in half. So I pulled half the liner off, and that gives me the ability to stick my foam on this side over here. But on this side, I still have liner on the back, so I do not have to worry about that sticking to the card. Now I could cut cut it in half and put a piece of paper on there as well. Does that make sense? Any questions about that? How we doing? Now, we're going to add our banner. This piece that I used is the Wavey Banner Die. And the great thing about this die set, the Wavy Banner, is that there is a short banner and a long banner in there. And I did that because depending on how long your sentiment is, you might want a short one or a long one. In this case, I use the long one. Really handy. Just as a nice finishing touch to your card, going right there, and you have just made a circle step 4 card.
There you go. A circle
Ta-da!
step 4. That sounds like a dance move.
Ta-da!
Step 4.
Now, I do have another thing to share with you. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, share it, baby. Share
Man, I'm really sorry about him. I'm
well, it's focus now.
Okay, so what I want to teach you is if you make this beautiful card, you need a beautiful envelope.
A beautiful envelope.
Look at that.
That's
Turn it around.
Man,
okay,
that's
look
a
at that.
envelope, Mrs.
Okay, so I want to show you, yes. I want to show you. I know some of you already know how to do this, but I just want to show you.
Did you show me?
Because some of you don't. So what I want to share with you is this is the, can you see it?
Yes.
The 1, 2, 3 punch board.
Hold it. I can see it. Hold it. I'm delayed.
I'm gonna pull it up.
Looking at the beautiful card.
I'm going to pull it up a little bit
Envelope.
so you can see it better.
The 1, 2, 3 punch board.
Okay, now you can use the envelope punch board or this punch board. Sorry, we got a little bit of a weird picture, but we'll get there. Okay, so you open this up, and over here on this side, way over here, it says number 1 for an envelope, and it has all the different sizes of envelopes. So the card that we made with the step card and the die is a 5x6 card. So right down here at the bottom it says 5x6, and it tells me to cut my paper into a 9-inch square. So I have done that. So you can look up this, any card size, and you'll find how to make the envelope for it. And it tells me that my punch guide starting point is 4 1/8. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut my paper. I'm going to pull this out. See this? This pulls out. Cut my paper to 9. I have a 9-inch square. And when I put my paper in the punch board for the very first time, I'm going to set this up so that my paper starts at 4 1/8. So this has got a ruler on it, and I want to be at 4 1/8. And there is a score tool in the back. Now, I don't even have this product to sell to you. So
do they even make it anymore?
I think they do make it. I think you can get it on Amazon. We're going to punch here, and then we're going to go right into this first mark. This is the slot A, and we're going to score. Okay, can you see that? Now we're going to rotate. We're going to line up this score mark with this score groove here. So this score's coming right into that groove. And then we're going to come over here.
In the groove, baby. In the groove.
And we're going to score. This is a great tool. The great thing about the 1, 2, 3 punch board is that you can make boxes or bows with it as well. So if you don't own one, this is a good one to own. So my score here, lining up with that groove right into the punch. And we're just working our way around. And this will give us a beautiful custom envelope. It's an envelope, Tom.
It's an envelope.
Envelope by George. Now, my punch board got used at a make and take. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's not actually working properly. It may have been abused. Did I punch? Nope, need to punch. Okay, so great thing is you're going to store that right there, fold all up, and you're done. So that is the 1, 2, 3 punch board or envelope punch board made by We Are Memory Keepers. Great little thing to have in your stash. There is my envelope. I'm going to fold it up and put my adhesive on it, and I have created a custom envelope. This has been out for a long time, and sometimes when there's products that come out, we have new people coming into the marketplace and they don't know about these products. So I have noticed lately at shows people asking me a lot about envelopes, and I thought it would be a good idea to show you how to make that envelope to show you that your card will just fit right down in there. You got to spin it a little bit. The great thing is with a card like this, where you have these little cup handles kind of hanging off the end, making a really nice sturdy cardstock envelope is a great option. I'm going to pull the camera up, so hang on. I'm coming up. Coming up. So, thank you for hanging with us tonight. I'm sorry about all the
Thanks for watching.
technical difficulties. Okay.
Some days are good. Some days aren't so good. Some days are better than others.
Okay, so she's saying you can use the original punch board as well. I lost the chat. Did anybody have any questions?
There's the chat right there. I'll go rebound the chat.
Somebody said she got hers at Joann's. Oh, you guys have great, great suggestions on there. Thank you, thank you. I was trying to read the chat. Thank you so much. So I'm excited to see what you will make.
Rebecca Hawkins asked, is there a code for the 15%? And yes, the code is the word coffee, COFFEE. Rebecca. So
Coffee. Thank you, Denise.
And Rebecca, that is good, and everybody else.
Okay,
it's good
so
until September 3rd.
It's good until September 3rd, and then at the end of the month, we will have a different code when we get going again. I just want to show you again the how literally you can transform this to make any kind of card. Such a delightful and fun project. Any other questions? Okay, so Barb, your homework is to get a punch board if you don't have one. And then the next time we meet, if you have questions, we can answer those questions. Oh, I have one other thing I meant to tell you.
One other thing.
One other thing. Don't leave it.
Tell us. Oh,
shoot.
Tell us.
Okay, when you make your card, you're putting all this weight on the card, and then the card wants to, sometimes it doesn't want to sit straight. Like you put it on the table and it's doing this. Ever so slightly off. And we want it to be like this. So what I did, I cut a circle out of heavyweight cardstock and cut it in half and put half on the front and half on the back on this side of the card.
To make a counterbalance.
And that made a counterbalance for the card. Now when I made this card, I had to do it twice. I had to cut two of them. This card is standing up straight just fine. When I did the baking gnome card, I did not have to add one at all. So if you need a counterbalance, just cut a circle, cut it in half and stick it back there. That will give you a counterbalance. So thank you so much. Are you coming back over or am I signing off by myself?
Sure.
Signing off by myself. Thank you for hanging with us. That is such a fun card.
We were glad to have you tonight.
Can't see what you do with it.
I'll get your prizes out as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Last week's orders have all shipped. We were caught up today, and except for a couple of them, we're waiting for some products to come in that are back ordered, but it'll be here shortly, very shortly. Be patient, Nancy. I promise I'll get it out to you early soon. So hey, we love you all.
God bless.
Thanks for joining
you so
us.
much.
We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.